Hello Cancer, this is Victoria and I'm here with your April Tarot forecast. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new, you're coming back. This is Mindful Bamboo World and today I'm coming to you from Wailuku, Maui, Hawaii. I continue my quest through the Hawaiian Islands. I have about a month left, a little bit more than that, and I'm really excited about what's still ahead. I'm super pumped with what I've already done, seen people I've met. It's been an amazing journey, and yeah, happy to be here with you guys and share some of that Hawaiian energy today. As always, we'll be looking at your love situations, your career and workspace, and get you some guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of the months. I will also pull the cards with the message from the person of interest, yourself. And I will start with an oracle deck and we'll get a card of guidance to see what's generally cooking for Cancer in April, what you should be aware of, focus on, Okay, and we got Desert Passage. Trust there is a divine plan. Yes, this is just to paint a picture. This is when you don't necessarily see the past clearly. Like, you are taking steps, you are making progress, you are doing something, right? Like, you're putting in the effort, but you're not sure where the end to that is, at least for the next milestone. Like, you can't really see it, you only see a few steps ahead. And the desert, of course, brings additional challenge in terms of it being something that's taking a lot of resources, or something that's quite unpredictable, right? Or just generally a challenging environment, right? Because in the desert you need to be very disciplined and very careful with how you're proceeding, like from so many different perspectives. But the main point was trust that there is a divine plan. So even if you don't see the exit or the ending or the success of that operation right now, when is it coming? Is it coming anytime soon, right? Relax into that. Just breathe and relax into the process and stay guided and, intuitively guided what's next. Cancer is very intuitive sign, and actually we have Cancer is connected to the energy of the moon, and we have full moon coming in just a couple of days from now on the 5th or the 6th of April, depending on where you are in the world. So this could be a perfect time for you to face more of your fears and insecurities, right? And they might frighten you, they might come out at you suddenly, right? So be ready for that, but it's only so that you can finally release some of that fearful energy, because there are good things in stock for you, good things are coming. Okay, let's get into tarot. Let's see what we have for Cancer for the months of April. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. And of course, remember that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. Don't force it. Okay, we have Ace of Wands. This is your love relationship. The Tower. Sagittarius energy. Ten of Swords. Wow. This is pretty huge. For the career space, we have Three of Swords. Ten of Cups. Wow. Death. This is something. Oof. The advice. Five of Pentacles. Temperance. The Star. You have a lot of major arcanas in your reading. A lot of signs too here. Aquarius, mostly Sagittarius, also Scorpio and Aquarius energies. But yeah, it's like there's definitely a divine well, we just heard the message. There is a divine plan. There's definitely divine intervention into the current matters, and big changes are coming in a nutshell. And I already see a lot more in the cards of what I was just talking about, that it may come out at you suddenly, right? That you will have to face that fear, but it will be for your own benefit, right? It is that way. It is laid out that way in front of you, so that, and you may not see all of those items yet, right? But you will discover them, so that you can heal and you can release those insecurities and move on to something much, much brighter. And we're ending this with a star. Like, look at the size of that thing, and it's directly above the person. So it's like your crown chakra is on fire. It's lit up. It's like going out into space, you know, of how much can be accomplished, how much information you're getting, how potent you are. This is beautiful. I love it. That, by the way, is relevant regardless of what you do in life, right? Sometimes I get questions. I mean, generally speaking, these readings are for people in spiritual path, because those who are aware, who are consciously making changes to their life, to their mindset, to their reality. But in terms of what you do in life, how you live your life, it's generally, this is for the collective, right? So it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be a light worker for that. I have a separate channel for twin flames, who are like a subsection of light workers. That's definitely a niche, like a more specific group, right? This is for the collective at large, right? So you can still be that bright light, that shining star. You can still have that big role in this world, even if you're doing something seemingly 3D and seemingly monotonous, right? Like, you can be an accountant and you can be changing hundreds of lives, right? Or and it seems like you're just like kind of like doing your operational work at your desk, like with specific clients, right? You don't become public as much, but it's possible, right? I know such scenarios. You could be, I don't know, you could be now I keep forgetting the names of jobs in English. Come on, you know, you can be collecting garbage in the street, and I don't know, a year from now you're gonna be an Olympic athlete or something, right? Or even if you like with that area, right, you can still be reaching out to people, maybe to those who do not have capacity or tools or ways to get into this kind of society, this kind of community, right? Or, you know, to get like a more straightforward help from other people, right? But you will be there to shine your light and to bring some hope to them when they don't have any, or they feel like they don't have anything to rely on, right? It could be done in so many different ways. So please do not, as you're watching the reading and somebody had to hear that, do not think like, oh, what I do in life has nothing to do with that bigger goal and, you know, calling and mission and stuff. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, so for the love situation, we have big changes coming in. So you may run into this tower moment with a big passion in mind, right? It could be more of a physical attraction. It could be just something you're passionate about doing with your person or for your person. Take it how it resonates, right? Something you're really excited about and you're like running towards it or with it, and then it's like and you crash into a wall basically, right? So there will be something like that, but this is for you, not for you to try to avoid it, right? You can't really avoid the tower anyway. It's just gonna hurt more if you're trying to do that. It's more so that you know when it happens that it's there for a reason. There is a divine plan. There is a reason for you to learn something beautiful out of it, right? It could be that you overgive to others, I'm hearing for some of you. It could be that you didn't really discern what that person was after. Maybe they had their agenda and they took advantage of you. Something along those lines. But there will be a big lesson, capital L there. I'm hearing that it's not even a deal breaker for a lot of scenarios. It's not like you aren't gonna be with that person anymore. It's just that that particular scenario, that karmic scenario, will get played out and eventually released. Okay, for the career space, we have Three of Swords, Ten of Cups, and Death. This is probably the most unique combination I've seen for the workspace. It's like all over the place. But the important part is that here you see the Death is like in the third position. It's very interesting, and to me, like a lot of times we see the Death card changing things around, so they shift into something more ascended, right? More conscious. But here it's like the healing of the heart and getting into a much lighter emotional space, right? Becoming more elated, more enthusiastic, more motivated in what you do in your career space is bringing in that energy of shift to something else. It's like you just got excited about where you were and life is like changing your direction into some completely different domain or space. So do not be surprised if those kind of opportunities show up for you in the month of April, right? And again, this is the Death card, the major arcana, which means bum, 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 there is a divine plan. So it's not there by mistake or by accident. It's not something bad. It's something to get you to a better space, to show you something important about yourself. Okay, and finally was the advice. See here, first of all, there's a reminder that you're not alone. Second of all, if you feel like you are more in a more solid, how do you say it, in a more isolated space or secluded space without as many people, just naturally, like, you know, it's just laid out like that. Know that it is given for you to get grounded, right? To get patient and to work with like those things that are coming up. You know, we talk about big changes, right? But it's not for you to try to manipulate that flow, that journey. It's for you to balance out your own energies in the meantime. Mostly Temperance is about balancing out masculine and feminine within yourself. It will also be about 5D and 3D space. Take it how it resonates for you, but this is about that alchemy of like making sure those things are in balance with each other and they can exist within you in harmony, right? So that you can get those channelings, direct channelings from the source on what's next. All right, let's get you some messages from your person. Messages for Cancer from that person of interest. Too many cards. It's a big deck, so sometimes it's a challenge to shuffle it. I left because you told me to. Do you think about me too? And I dream about you a lot, too much. So if something went down between you two, just know that your person has a hope and a desire to work on it and to bring it back into balance, into harmony. They also feel like there's a role that you played in it too. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's like they realize now as they have more time to process that they didn't even want things to kind of get escalated like that, or you know, to leave or whatever, to take space. But they felt like you pushed them into that direction, either directly or indirectly, with the way that you were treating them or the way you were handling the situation. So this is not for you, Cancer, to get defensive. It's more like for you to consider, again, if you feel this relationship is important, you want to keep it in your life, when you are reconciling with this person, and you are probably going to consider how you want to carry on, right? Just generally, or maybe with this specific scenario, just know that, and this comes from like the higher level consciousness, that there is something that you said or did that triggered them. So you may want to either do self-analysis or maybe even talk to them about it and see how that could be worked on as well, and not just making it one-sided, kind of like, yeah, you did this, you did that, then you did that, that's why you're facing these consequences now. It's something along those lines. Hopefully that makes sense. I see a lot of purple in general in your spread, so that tells me even more that you'll have those important downloads from the source, from the universe, in the months of April, and what is coming up for you and what is needed to be done for you to stay on your path and to stay on that spiritual the journey of spiritual awakening, let's put it that way. I hope this has been good for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Don't forget to like the video, and if this story didn't resonate with you, make sure to check out readings for other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If they haven't been uploaded yet, they're coming in very soon. I love you all.